It is currently a freckle past the hair in the morning, very early, and we got a trip over to Sevilla and Mérida. Assuming this semana. Well, at least it's with the program and everything's paid for. I may have peanut butter on the side of my mouth. They finally got peanut butter here, and I've been eating it like every day. Anyway, let me show you where we're going. Alright, this map's actually perfect. Here's a map of Spain. I'm currently right here, in Granada. You see that? Wonderful, okay. Now, if we zoom out again, we scroll over, we're going over to Sevilla, which is right there. It's in the same like little, what they would call the state, which is just their autonomous community. Sevilla, heading over to Sevilla, and then Mérida is just up a little bit more, right up in there. Yeah. Sevilla is the only inner port in all of Spain. There's no other ports on the interior of Spain, like Portland or anything like that. So it's a very prominent city because they can finally, that's the only place where they can actually push materials and products up into the innerland of the county or of the country. So yeah, I still gotta pack. I got like 30 minutes. I'm fine. Josh is still sleeping though. We'll see if he actually gets up. It's another trip paid by the program, which means food paid for, lodging pays for, everything. It's our first like overnight 3-day trip. It's also Bree's birthday. So that'll be a interesting experience. Morning! Squatting up. Yeah, so we got directly to Sevilla, and then like we went directly into a paseo, a historic paseo of like this like weird 1929, what was it, what, exposition or something like that? We're in our hotel room, finally. It's looking pretty good. And of course our friends are literally right across the way. So yeah, we're chilling here. We're supposed to get super like rainy tomorrow in Mérida, but of course I'll bring the camera anyway. Other than that, wore the travel pants today. Studied the entire time on the bus. And did that paseo. Now we have free time till like 7:30 in the morning. I'm trying to decide whether to run tomorrow or not in the morning. We'll see what happens. Well, good morning. It is Saturday. We are in Sevilla. We're getting ready for the day. It's 7:08 in the morning. We got back here around 1. We went to this really cool like local bar place. It was like all picnic benches. And you weren't allowed to record anything. Like they would shut you down because they would do free flamenco dancing and stuff like that. It was super cool. I was super happy to find that. Huge thanks to Brittany. That was all her. Today we're heading over to Mérida. I don't really know what to expect. It's supposed to be raining the entire time, so we may not even get video. So I guess we'll just see what happens.
Fuera, porque los primeros barrios se hicieron fuera de las murallas y por eso utilizamos la palabra barrio y no lo que utilizan el resto de idiomas, que es la palabra.
We're entering the oldest and coolest amphitheater, whatever it is.
Amphitheater.
Thank you. In all of Europe. Here we go. Oh my gosh.
few moments later.
Talk about a group poop. This is where they all took shits together. And you sat one by one by one by one. Yum. It rained like all day yesterday. It was really rough, so I didn't really capture much, but we were at like a super cool, sick place, which I have a little video of. And welcome to our second day in Sevilla. We're checking out the Real Alcazab today. It's quite fantastic. It's beautiful. You guys probably don't know what Real Alcazab means. It's the royal palace. Real in Spanish is royal. Alcazab in Arabic is Palacio in Spanish, palace in English. So there you go. Now you know exactly what we're talking about. So it's where like Isabel la Católica, the Rey, the King, the Queen, conquistored Granada lives, or lived in 1492. It's where there's a lot of random stuff happen. It's cool to be like walking around and you can see symbolism of where she lived and like her own symbols everywhere. And to imagine that you're walking somewhere where someone walked 500 years ago is super cool. 24 flights to the top, right up to the top of the tower here in Sevilla, one of the most well-known, not the golden towers, the one right with the church. Just got inside. It's gonna be a long walk up. We're at 20 right now. All the way. Got him. Christopher's so big. The whole place is really big. The other organs too. That one and that one. What are we gonna do for the next hour?
Just look at how big it is.
We just had like a cool little talk in there about how this church, because it's just so big, just look. And then the breeze inside didn't allow for like that same weight of God. I mean, this is one of the biggest churches in the world, and every single one in our group didn't feel the connection that like you usually feel when you enter a church. That was super interesting, because you'd expect that in a place like this that is built and the sole purpose of representing God and all that kind of stuff, that you'd feel that, but we didn't, which was interesting. I mean, of course it's beautiful. We saw, of course, some crazy things, but there wasn't that, like, profundity. I don't really know what I'm looking for, but I hope you guys understand. What a great time in Sevilla. Such a cool little town. It's huge. So glad to have been able to experience it. It's super touristy, much more like European than like Granada. I mean, you can just look. It's just packed, and it's really packed because it's rained the past few days and it's finally kind of sunny. I just had this weird interaction where someone asked me to get a photo of them, and they were talking in English to me, and I didn't realize that I was speaking Spanish, which is the first time ever that's happened. So living off that high right now. One W of the weekend. Other than that, my stomach is killing me because we ate like shit this entire weekend. Looking currently for a bag of lettuce, and we are trying to get back really quickly because we only have like 10 minutes to get to the bus. Running late as always. Bye-bye!